In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a system where you can pick an item, rotate it around, zoom in and zoom out, and throw it away in Unreal Engine. Not using Blueprint, not coding manually, just using AI. There you go. Now we are going to create a new project. I'm going to click the first person, and here I will choose C++ version. The reason is because I'm going to use C++ as much as possible, because I'm not going to be the one who writes a code. The AI, which Antigravity, is going to be writing the code. And the Blueprint, I'm going to use Blueprint as less as possible. And now I'm going to create and wait. So now, as you can see, it opened the Visual Studio, but I'm not going to use it, but I will just keep it in the background. And this is the first map. So the first thing I want to do is just pick some item, the weapons, maybe rifle, mesh, and I'm just going to pick some item and put it on the map. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is my character is gonna pick this up and move it around. That's it. So what I need to do right now, I need to put the folder in Antigravity. I need to open this project in Antigravity, so it's gonna see all the codes. But before I do that, I need to press Tools, New C++ Class, and here I'm just gonna press Next, and I'm gonna name it Holding System and create a class. So right now I just created a class, and the class came to the Visual Studio. So I need to click Games, My Project Tutorial, Source, Tutorial again, and Holding System is right here. So what I need to do is I need to open this folder in Antigravity. So this is my project folder. It was the My Project Tutorial, Source, Tutorial again, and this folder. I'm just gonna copy the path and paste it here. And here you go. Right now Antigravity has access to all these C++ files. So right now I need to tell Antigravity what do I want. What I'm gonna say is, so this is my first prompt. I just create holding system C++ file, which is this. There is an object in the map. I will add that holding system component to that object. Then I will be able to hold that object by using left mouse button. I want you to create a logic that I can hold any item by pressing and holding left mouse button. I'm just repeating myself. And I also said keep all logic inside the holding system. And I'm gonna send it. And now it's done, but it's not finished yet, because the Antigravity just created an implementation plan. This is just a plan. It didn't write any code yet. And normally you are supposed to read here. So I'm just gonna take a look real quick. I feel like I'm lazy. I'm not gonna even read it. I'm just gonna write here, go ahead. Now it's gonna write all the codes in the implementation plan. So now it's done. If we take a look in holding system.h file, it just created a new code. And holding system C++, it write all the physics here. It used the physics handle. It also changed some the player controller. And I'm gonna accept these changes and I'm gonna check it. But since we write the code, I need to build. But to build, normally I'm supposed to close the Unreal Engine and open the Visual Studio and find this My Project Tutorial, right click and press build. But I'm not gonna do it because there's also another way which is faster. In Unreal Engine, without closing it, you press the Ctrl Alt F11 and it's gonna build the code without closing Unreal Engine. It says build successfully. It's good. Now let's see if it's gonna work. It didn't work. You know why? Because we didn't turn on the physics. So also we didn't add that holding system here, which is very, very important. So I just press this gun. I'm gonna click add and write holding system. And also I need to enable the physics too. I press the physics and simulate physics, enable it. Now let's see if it's gonna work. There you go. Now I can move the item. Okay, actually I realized something. There is one bug. Like when I hold it and when I turn it around, as you can see, the gun rotation is fixed the world. Like it doesn't rotate with me, it just like stays. So I'm gonna fix that. It's gonna be very simple and easy. Okay, now I'm gonna give a prompt to Antigravity. This is gonna be my prompt. So far it's working good. I have one problem. When I'm holding any item using holding system C++, the item's rotation is fixed the world. When I'm holding that item, I'm turning around, the item's rotation is not rotating with me. I need the item facing towards me wherever I'm rotating. So like, it's a very bad explanation, but I feel like it's gonna understand and it's gonna fix the problem. And I don't need to worry about too much because it's just the beginning of this holding system project. It's just the beginning, so the chance that it's gonna make a mistake is very low. So as you can see, it's thinking right now, and it says, I'll assume that, oh shit, I couldn't catch it, but that's fine. See, as you can see, there's some changing here. especially in the holding system C++. And let's see what did it do. It just removed this code and it added two of them. There's a camera rotation. I'm not gonna bother reading it. I'm just gonna accept and go back to Unreal Engine and Control Alt F11. It successfully compiled. I'm gonna close it and let's see if it fixed. Yeah, that's it. See, as you can see now, the object is looking at me. It doesn't matter where I'm rotating. So okay, the next thing I need to do is I want to use my mouse wheel and zoom in and zoom out. That's it. This is gonna be my next prompt. Holding system C++ file. I want to zoom in and zoom out to the item I'm holding by using mouse wheel. Zoom in and zoom out min and max setting needs to be adjustable on the holding system.h file. So this is very basic, and let's see if it understands me. Here you go, it just finished, and as you can see, I have implemented the zoom functionality for the holding system changes, blah 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 blah. It doesn't really matter. So we have some changes for the holding system.h file. So probably these values is going to be adjustable, which is good, and some changes for the holding system C++. As you can see, change hold distance function. Anyway, I'm just going to accept and go back to Unreal Engine and Control Alt F11. As you can see, if this fails, if the Unreal Engine crashes, what you need to do is just close the Unreal Engine, open the Visual Studio, and find these project name under the games and right click and build. But right now I do not need to do that. So let's see if it is working right now. I'm just gonna press play and hold it, mouse wheel, mouse. Yeah, as you can see, zoom in and zoom out. And look, this is very far away. It's extremely far away. So that's the good thing about this. And when I click the item and I go back and choose the holding system, you have minimum holding distance and maximum holding distance. So this is 500, which is very far. I'm gonna make it 300, and this the minimum. I'm gonna make it like 50, and this is regular holding distance. I'm just gonna make it 100, and I'm gonna press play again. And when I hold it, this is like pretty close. I can zoom in and zoom out. This is still far, but that's fine. You know what I mean. So the next thing is gonna be this. I want to hold this item, and I want to press and hold Alt button and rotate this, just to, like, you know, take a look at the object what I'm holding. So I'm gonna explain that. Okay, this is gonna be my prompt for the holding system C++ file. While I'm holding the item, I want to press and hold Alt button and move my mouse. So I will rotate the object using my mouse, right, left, up, down. While I'm holding that, my character should stay still until I release the Alt button. So this is very important. The reason I mentioned that my character should stay still, so which is my character should not rotate, is because if I don't write that, what's gonna happen is I can hold the item, press Alt and rotate the item, but my character is gonna rotate with the item. Like, normally it's smart, but sometimes it doesn't understand. You need to know the algorithm, and you need to tell him the algorithm that you want it to follow. So anyway, let's see. Here you go. As you can see, it just finished. So I'm just gonna accept that and go back to Unreal Engine, Control Alt F11. There you go. It's finished, and let's see if it is working. So now I'm holding and I press Alt, and now as you can see, it is rotating. There you go. And then when I release the Alt, my character rotates, but when I press Alt, my character is not rotating, so which is good. So there's something wrong here, because for example, right now I'm using, this is like opposite direction, but that's fine. I'm not gonna bother it. I'm just gonna fix it later. So the next thing I want to do is, if I right click, I want to throw the object. That's it. If I right click, I'm gonna throw the object. So let's come here. This is very simple. Like, for the holding system C++ file, I want to hold the item, but if I right click, I want to throw the item. Throw force should be adjustable. Like, this is extremely bad English, but you will see it's kind of understanding me right now. Is trying to figure out what the user said with this bad English, but let's see if it is gonna understand. That's it. As you can see in the player, in the character C++ file, it bind the key. So right mouse button. So I'm just gonna accept everything, and I'm gonna go back, Control Alt F11. Okay, now as you can see, it says build failed, so there is something wrong with it. So there are a few ways to fix that. The laziest way is I'm just gonna close the Unreal Engine, gonna save selected, and I'm just gonna tell the Antigravity build failed. I said build failed. Can you build the code for me and see the error and fix it? And let's see what's gonna happen. So it says it fixed the error. It deleted some code here, and let's see if it's gonna work. So right now I'm gonna click the Visual Studio, right click and build, and let's see if it's gonna give me error. Okay, as you can see, it just fixed the error. Like, that's it. It's very simple. And now I'm gonna open the Unreal Engine again. Okay, let's see if it is working. Hold, rotate, zoom in, zoom out, and right click. Oh yeah, it's crazy. There's a crazy forces going on right now. Let me try it again. Okay, bam. It's crazy force, and I can adjust that force with just clicking this and holding system. There should be it says throw force. It's 1500. It's huge. So I'm just gonna make it like 700, and let's see. hold it, throw. Yeah, it's very good. You see, it's working. So before I close the video, I want to fix this problem, which is rotation. Like when I'm holding, when I move my mouse right, it's rotating like left. Like this is not what I want. And up is fine, but when I turn this, the rotation is fixed. The rotation is fixed. This is what I need to describe and fix the problem. Okay, I try to describe the problem. I said when I'm pressing Alt and move my mouse and rotate the item, the rotation is happening depending on where the item is facing, not depending on where my character. So when the object is facing me and I rotate it, it's fine, but when the object is facing other direction, the rotation factor changes. This is extremely bad explanation, but I'm guessing it's gonna understand what I said, and you will see. So as you can see, it's done. It just writes some code. I'm not gonna bother reading it. I'm just gonna accept and go back to Unreal Engine, and I'm gonna just save it. I need to close this. Control F, Control Alt 11, and let's see. Okay, the build is failed. I'm just gonna close down Unreal Engine, go back to Visual Studio. So try to build here. Of course, it's gonna give me error. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a screenshots and go back to Antigravity, and I'm gonna tell I have an error while building. Okay, the problem is right now it says it's fixed the error, but it actually didn't fix it. So which is weird. Like it didn't change any code. So I'm gonna go back, and by the way, as you can see, if I press this button, it goes back to that history and it deletes all the changes it made, so which is a very good feature. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change this to the Gemini 3 Flash, and let's see if it's gonna change anything. And there's an error happen. I will press continue, and while it's loading, I'm gonna try to find out like what is the problem, and let's see if I can find it. When I look at here, like there's some problem here, this code. So yeah, the problem is actually very simple. There's a like a double code here. So let me see what it's gonna do. So it says, so let's see, the Antigravity did something, and what did it do is just delete this code and change something. I'm just gonna press accept, and let's see if it's gonna work. Nope, it didn't work. So that's very weird. I'm just guessing like because there are two lines of this code is exactly the same, so I'm just gonna delete that and I'm gonna build the code. Yeah, that's it. It was actually very simple. See, you need to know like about the codes just a little bit, just an algorithm, because sometimes it like fucks up. Normally it should, probably it's because of my broken English. That's why. I'm just gonna open the Unreal Engine. Okay, I'm gonna play and see if it's working. I'm holding. Okay. Actually, yes, it's working. Yeah, it's working. That's perfect. Only thing is opposite direction. The rotation is happening exactly the opposite of my mouse movement. Can you make it inverse by multiplying with the minus? Probably it's gonna change this code. It's just gonna make it minus over here. Yep, that's it. That's a very simple fix. And let's see if it's gonna work. I'm just gonna Control S, close it, Control S, Control Alt F11, compile the code. Yeah, it's just successful. I'm just gonna press it and let's see. Yes. Turn and yes again. Perfect. Now everything is good right now. Zoom out, zoom in, and right click, throw it away. Yep, that's perfect. What do you want to see next time? If people are interested in about these videos, there are a lot of things to do actually. Well, so far I implemented a lot of stuff, and this is the thing that I showed you right now. Today's video just rotate, mouse in, mouse, zoom out, and right click, throw it away. The same thing. And this is heavy object, for example. I'm just holding and I'm just moving my mouse. I'm trying to grab and push it. You know, this is what I implemented. And I also did this. You just press the button F. You know, you can pick the item and you can press top and click the key, for example, and then open the door. It's exactly the same with the, like the Amnesia, the Dark Descent. So when for example, I can open this door with the true physics. For example, right now I'm pushing my mouse towards the hinge, so it's not moving. Like it's not moving. But if I move my mouse to the right and left, it's moving. And the same thing with here. If I move my mouse to the right, it's not moving. Like it's true physics. I also did some stuff here. For example, I'm just gonna hold this and then break it, and I press the button X, and now it's rewinding and going back in time, and just press the X again, and I can hold it back again. It's full. Like you can implement a lot of stuff with just using AI. I haven't write like almost any code. It's all AI. It's all Antigravity. It was actually paid for, especially these stuff, but you can still do it.